Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Ian Darke is with us, as is Shaka Hislop, and Craig Burley, who keeps referring to Liam Rosenior as a young man. Yes! He said, I'm sure he's a great young man, but he's talking nonsense at the moment.
How many times... Clip this back.
Yep.
The show.
What's that?
How many times I've said young man?
Definitely called him a young man once, yes.
Oh, once?
Yes. What?
Well, he is a young man.
It's not compared to you.
No, well, compared to you, he's a young man.
No,
he's younger than you.
Not really. What,
And in reality,
he's not a young man. Hello, young man.
He's a relative.
That's young man.
No, that's a small man.
It is a small man.
A very small man if you're looking down.
But to the majority of the people, he's not young.
Well, he's a young man in terms of management, particularly in the Premier League.
But why do you refer to him as a young man then?
Why not? Why does it hurt you?
Why does his age matter? You've already put him in a young, inexperienced box. I don't like it.
I'm quite happy to go into the ageism bracket. I don't mind.
What's more embarrassing, Ian? Manchester United losing to Grimsby or Real Madrid losing to Albacete?
Ooh. I think it's got to be Real Madrid, hasn't it? The world's most famous club being knocked out by the team. What are they, 17 in the second division? Manchester United losing to Grimsby, yeah, big shock. But United, everybody knows they've got their problems. So I'm going to go Real Madrid there.
Grimsby are fourth tier, though.
Yeah, but Man United have plants.
That's
and they had Amarim.
Right, OK.
Yeah,
Yeah, Shaka, you agree?
Yes, I do. I concur with Ian.
OK.
Well, if you'd thought about it, then your power rankings would have been different.
I regret that.
Craig, why should Vinny or Bellingham play second fiddle to Mbappe when they already achieved the success he's hoping for? They've won the Champions League, especially when he isn't tracking back or helping the team without the ball. Why should they accept doing the dirty work for him?
Because that's their role in the team.
Yeah.
And what they did previously has gone. It's history. And he is a better player. He is carrying the team. And so others need to do more. He does, Mbappe, that is. He has tracked back and he has done some work. It has got better. And you can argue that Vinicius Junior lack of responsibility to track back is arguably worse than the player who's playing the best. Jude Bellingham, I don't buy the Jude Bellingham stuff. Jude Bellingham, all right, he can be, I think, a complex character, and he gets a bit, he gets a bit frustrated, and he looks frustrated, but he works hard. He gets around, he makes tackles, and he runs about. I think this is a sort of Vinny issue. And the reason why he needs to up his game is because Mbappe's a better player, Mbappe's carrying the team, and Vinicius has been inconsistent. So it's not even up for debate. Out of those two players in particular, there's only one player that needs to up his game, and it isn't the Frenchman.
Ian, what surprised you the most? Obviously, you've called the biggest games for Real Madrid over the last decade. What surprised you the most about this demise?
The players have been kind of unprofessional, really, this season in particular. I mean, they've been winning trophies under Carlo Ancelotti. I mean, I think what we're seeing here is just what a brilliant coach Carlo Ancelotti was, if we didn't know that already. You need to be a politician as well. That's clear, isn't it, at the Bernabeu? And he handled it all so smoothly without looking like he was doing much, but he really was. So what surprised me now is, under this Alonso era, is the players switching off and not being professional enough to say, OK, new coach, a new way of playing. We want to hit back here. We want to get the trophies back again. They didn't win a trophy last season. Barcelona beat them all 4 times. You'd think the players would really have the bit between their teeth, and they haven't had the bit between their teeth.
I'd love to see, and obviously we judge them, and the fans and the media judge them by what they see in a stadium, home and away. But Shaq and I know, and I'm sure Ian does, but we know as players, that's all set up by what goes on during the week.
Right.
Because it's the old light switch again. You think you can just flick it and it works? Or, was that the case? Or were they really putting it in training, and it was sharp and it was going wrong at the weekend? Or is it B, which I would think is a closer summary, was this was a kind of haphazard attitude in training. And that's where, as you know, that's where it festers.
The most surprising thing in all of this for me is how quickly it's happened. I don't think there's any question 2 years ago Real Madrid was the best team on the planet. Won it all. And all of a sudden now you've just seen, in the space of 2 years, it just seems like there's fighting within that dressing room, fighting between the dressing room and the boardroom. You don't associate that kind of implosion with a club like Real Madrid.
You know, you go back to that point quickly. I think that is arguable, and I'll tell you why. They had the best results on the planet, and they had, and I think maybe that's why we're seeing what we see now. Ancelotti in particular had these big moments, right?
Yeah.
But if we're truthful about a lot of those big moments, they were battered by Man City. And Rodrigo comes on at the end and they have these big moments and they win. They were battered by Liverpool and they have this big moment where Vinicius scores. But in terms of a game, these matches, and there were others against other teams in different countries, but in terms of games, these weren't even a close contest. But yet Real Madrid were able to have moments of genius or just a great bit of play. And that was what was getting them over the line. Rather than coming close to outplaying some of these teams, they did not. So they were a club in recent years for big moments. But a lot of those big moments have gone now. And when they go, you're looking at the rest of your play and the other facets of your team. And well, they've been, the questions around them are large.
For Craig, rank these three players in terms of mentality during the time you played with them. Zola, Hullet, Wise.
Mentality. Don't know what that means in a sense to gauge these players. It's a difficult one because, you know, Hullet was World Player of the Year twice. He wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but he was an absolute animal on the field. Big, 6'4", quick as anybody, strong as anybody, talented as anybody, scored goals, played defence, in the air. I mean, just incredible. So I don't know. Zola had a skill set that was incredible. I suppose the answer would have to be the player that did more with less would have to have been Demise.
Right.
As good as he was, and I played with him, and he was a good player, but he wasn't Zola and he wasn't Hullet, but he had that mentality. They had as well, but he had the mentality that he was, most people were bigger than him, most people were stronger than him, most people were quicker than him. So he was up against it, I bet you, as a kid coming up. And he came to Chelsea as a wide player from Wimbledon and eventually became a central midfielder right in the hub of the game. And he was a leader. We talked about it with Real Madrid, Carvajal. You know, who's going to lead? Demise was a leader in the dressing room without being big in stature. So I would say, in terms of mentality, he had the mental strength to overcome all these things to go on and have a great career.
For Ian, with all these managerial changes happening in the Premier League, would these vacancies be tempting for experienced coaches like Thomas Tuchel or Pochettino, or clubs looking for younger managers to relate with the players?
Yeah, I mean, a lot's going to happen, isn't it, in the summer after the World Cup? A lot of those national team coaches are going to end their international contract and be out on the market. And of course, the clubs are very aware of that, which is why we're seeing a few interims going on at the moment. All those interims are saying the right things or trying to say the right things and hoping they might be kept on, like Michael Carrick. But it will be a very busy summer, I think, on the managerial merry-go-round.
Shaka, rank these three by form this season. Courtois, Joan, Garcia, Raya.
By form this season, I go Joan Garcia over Raya, just. Probably because Raya has by far the better defenders around him. And Courtois in third. I say that though, if struck oil in my backyard tomorrow morning,
yes,
and I decided to build a team, I I'd pick Courtois.
You wouldn't buy a team, you'd move to Trinidad. That'd be it, we never see you again.
Courtois might want to come and play in Trinidad and Tobago Pro League.
You wouldn't be anywhere near that.
I'm just saying, you never know. Oil might change me,
Far-fetched, I doubt it. Far-fetched stories.
It's amazing how things change, though, isn't it? Because I always thought they had a good goalkeeper. A really good, you know, they had the German number 2 in Ter Stegen, and he gets injured.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he's like 8th choice.
Yeah.
And they bring a guy off the beach,
Yes.
Wojciech Szczesny, and then he starts playing. And then they bring this fella in from Espanyol. And I have to say, he was an unknown to me, really, as he probably was to most. And he's been...
Yeah, he's been fantastic.
Really good.
Fantastic.
And he's been asked a lot as well with that Barca defence.
Yeah.
Ian, do you think Wrexham can get into the promotion playoffs this season? They currently sit in 9th, just 1 point off the final playoff spot.
Well, that says they can, doesn't it? I mean, it's a division where anybody can beat anybody. They've come together with quite a good little run, haven't they, just recently? So they'll be starting to believe, and it may be, with the kind of Hollywood money that they have behind them, they can invest quite well in this January window as well. So that's probably one to watch, yeah.
Ian, is it fair to say that as much as it is a fairy tale story in a Hollywood way, that those fans in the lower league clubs aren't maybe as happy as Wrexham's ascension as others? They are kind of the pantomime villain, yeah? Is that fair?
Well, yeah, they've been set up, haven't they? The team everybody wants to beat now. I mean, they'd never heard of Wrexham a few seasons ago when they were knocking around in the conference and going nowhere until the Hollywood boys came in. But yeah, that's just part of the way things are. They are the pantomime villains. Everybody wants to beat them and put one over on them, but they continue to go up the pyramid, and it's going to be quite a story when they arrive in the Premier League. That may not be this season. It probably won't be, but it could happen, couldn't it?
Yeah, with your oil, Shaq, you can invest in them as well.
I wonder if Americans are sort of pitching up in Wrexham now.
Yeah, they are, absolutely.
I'd be interested
Yeah,
to
they
know.
are.
They're big time. There and Richmond.
You walk
Those
down
are
the street
two.
in Wrexham now.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso.
I bet you when you walk down the street in Wrexham now, the number of Americans that have been...
Disappointed?
I mean, I have to say, I don't know what they would have had in their mind when they were travelling there, what Wrexham was going to be like. God bless them. But yeah, I'm sure it is. It's amazing.
Sure it is what?
Amazing. Well, I got a point to pick with Jon Champion, actually, because he was doing the commentary. Typical commentator. He was doing the commentary on the Wrexham Forest game, and as usual, at the end, when Wrexham won, when Forest missed a penalty, it's a Hollywood story.
Yes.
It's not a Hollywood story. A team going for the championship with all that money against a team struggling in the Premier League who may be going to the championship. It's not a Hollywood story. Macclesfield's a Hollywood story. It's too easy now to throw out that Hollywood line. Commentators.
Yeah.
Commentators.
Yeah, go on.
Horrible people. Stats.
Yeah.
Horrible people. God, that descended quickly. Wow.
I wish commentators would stop reading me stats out. Not Ian.
Okay.
Just other ones.
Yeah, there is too many.
Ramming
stats.
these stats down my throat. Just let's just have a talk about the game.
Somebody said, Craig, that stats should be used like only when there's a wow factor or a little bit of seasoning to illustrate a point. But
Yes.
I agree with you. You don't want to be bombarded with them.
No.
Should be a quota.
And after it, you should be like, I don't know, there should be some sort of jolt that you get as a commentator.
Oh, just the sound that plays.
Almost
Nobody
like
cares.
an electric jolt. Not going to do you too much harm.
Shaka,
It's going to make you jump out your seat
Right.
and not give a stat again.
Right.
Like 2.5.
Oh, God.
It sounds like capital punishment or something coming in here from Craig.
Yeah, freaking annoying.
Come on.
It's getting worse as well.
Shaka, Paqueta to Flamengo. What does it show about his ambition? West Ham surely get relegated.
Yeah, West Ham are going down.
Yeah,
Wants to go back home.
that's it.
Yeah.
Don't blame him.
No.
Would you have gone to Trinidad?
Well, actually, you're a bit soft for a West Ham
As soon as
fan.
I strike my oil,
'Cause I
I'll
tell
be
you
going.
what, you're a bit soft because, you know, he's had his moments, and I think he had a rapport with David Moyes, even though you would think the two sort of personalities and styles they're very contrasting. But he's really mailed it in for West Ham, hasn't he? At a time when they need him. That's how I'm looking
I
at
don't
it.
think he's been great.
He's been a
long time.
liability.
No, not just now. I don't think he's been great for a long time.
Why is Craig Burley tweeting so much these days? When he called everyone on social media puppets. Muppets, sorry.
No, Muppets.
Yeah.
Oh, most of them are, yeah.
So why are you talking to Muppets?
I'm not talking to them.
So you're talking to
I
the
don't talk
small
to-
majority who aren't Muppets?
No, I'm not. I don't talk to any of them.
So, so who are you broadcasting
I
your
just put a
opinion
tweet
to?
out and then I just leave it if I fancy it. I don't debate with people, and I certainly don't do this. Those, you know, you need to have a blue tick, and I don't have a blue tick. Why would I pay for a blue tick?
Yeah.
You know, you get a blue tick now. You can write an essay on Twitter. This big thing. No, nobody wants
yeah.
it. Nobody wants it. You just want a quick word. You're an idiot. Goodbye. I'm bored. I tell you why. The main reason is
There's
I'm
no
sat
golf.
at-
There's no
no
golf.
golf at the moment.
that's it.
But I don't debate. I don't get into Twitter debates with morons.
Final question. This is a good one. What's something on your bucket list that you haven't done yet? Is something you'd like to do that you haven't done?
Yeah.
Strike oil and
Yeah.
build a team in Trinidad.
Retire.
Retire? Well, I think that's everybody's bucket list for you to
Oh.
retire. Ian?
I'd like to go and see England win the Ashes in Australia, but that's never going to happen,
Bloomin'
is
heck.
it?
Have you ever gone to a game in Australia? Have you gone with the
No.
Barmy Army, Ian? That must be a good experience.
I'd love to do that one. Yeah, one winter, but we're working, aren't we?
Well,
Yeah, my
you've got enough fortune stashed away, Ian. You can take a winter off.
I haven't.
Augusta.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
To play or?
No, just to go to town. But it's twinned with right.
Have a
Here
coffee.
That'd be very Burley. I can't be bothered now.
I hear it's twinned with Wrexham. No, I want to play Augusta, which will, if I'm being honest, will probably never happen.
Oh, but it's nice to have a dream.
I want to skydive.
Because you couldn't before. No, you pilot lesson.
Yeah, I couldn't be a pilot before.
But you want to skydive.
Hold on,
I'd
why
love to
couldn't you be a
skydive.
pilot?
It's part of your contract as a footballer.
All right.
Do you remember someone called into Soccer AM and said that
Yes,
Shaka was getting left?
Oh no, you're not. You have these things. You're not allowed to ride a
Yeah.
motorbike
Yeah.
and all, or ski. Nobody told Manuel
I
Neuer.
started taking pilot's license. I took a pilot's
I'll be honest. If I
flying
ever
lesson.
got on a flight,
flying lesson.
Flying
That's what I was looking for.
if I ever got on a flight and the cockpit door opened and you put your head round the corner, I'd kick the window then.
Never,
You were
never
this
would
close.
autopilot be used so much. A little nap.
I was signed up. I was ready to go.
So skydiving, you've never done but would like to do?
No, I've done the indoor skydiving in
Yes,
Vegas.
in
once. I
Vegas.
did
Yeah,
that.
my kids did that.
I
Yeah.
wanna do it.
Collision
I wanna do it.
imminent.
Wow.
Collision imminent. He's like that, sleeping.
Tell you what, it's good, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
The old flying lesson.
There you are, the Ashes Masters.
So why don't you? But you couldn't do it because you were a
Shaka would be a
footballer.
great
Why not
pilot.
now?
Oh yeah, very.
Yes. Nah,
I'd love. Can you imagine him?
I've
What's
moved
that?
on. Like, why couldn't I now? I just said,
I think of everyone on this panel, Shaka is number one when it comes to being a pilot.
Why?
Yeah.
Because Stevie, obviously, and you.
Don't put me. Do not put me. Don't put me in the.
Volatile, yes.
You'll be tweeting morons. You'll be tweeting morons. Like, hold on, we'll take off in a minute.
Oh, no. Going up the flight. Right. Going up the flight, just fighting with people.
You're a Muppet. That's it.
Get
Okay,
off.
There we are. That's it. That was far too long.
He's a pilot, isn't he? Jurgen Klinsmann.
Jurgen Klinsmann.
He's got a helicopter.
He's
Would not get in his chopper.
Yeah.
There's a
chance.
whole series in this, you know. Which football pundits and commentators would be the best pilot?
There we are. Yes. God, Stevie. That's it. Stevie's back tomorrow, actually. He will be here looking ahead
Be
to.
flying in tomorrow.
Tell you what.
Hey!